LeBron James and Steph Curry, two of the greatest basketball players of all time, defying age, expectations, and gravity with every game they play. But the question that every fan is starting to ask is, how long can they keep doing it? From LeBron's incredible 21-year career to Steph's mind-blowing shooting range, these two have shaped the league and left a legacy that will stand the test of time. But as they push deeper into their 30s and beyond, the conversation is no longer just about how great they are, but how much longer they can maintain this high level of greatness. LeBron James and Stephen Curry have defined the NBA for almost 20 years, but time's natural march is catching up. When brilliance lasts for more than 20 years, as LeBron's career has shown, some events seem to transcend time and feel like flashes from the past. One of those instances was seeing LeBron calmly rule the New Orleans Pelicans in the last game of the 2023-24 regular season. Not thinking back on how much LeBron has changed since 2015 was difficult. LeBron at 39 gets perks and insights not available at 30. Seeing his brilliance once more on the court was like seeing time bend to his will. LeBron and Steph have a rare, almost cosmic relationship that is challenging to adequately articulate. Few players in NBA history had the degree of entwine that they have. Born in the same maternity ward in Akron, Ohio, from their beginnings until now, they have followed similar paths of continuous greatness. Still, despite their historical and geographical connections, their striking physical and artistic disparities demand a dynamic similar to Messi and Ronaldo. Fascinatingly though, they are not usually regarded as rivals in the conventional sense despite these differences. But for what reason? Often defined by their contrasts, where two players occupy opposite areas yet compete at the highest level, are the biggest sports rivals. In basketball history, one thinks of players like Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. Russell and Chamberlain battled in 8 playoff series. Johnson and Bird squared off in 4 major events, including 3 NBA Finals and the venerable 1979 NCAA Championship game. Though less spoken about, LeBron and Steph Curry's rivalry fits quite nicely in this family. Along with the play-in tournament, they have faced off in 6 postseason games and may have a 7th very shortly. Among current players, both individuals have won 4 NBA titles, the most. Actually, there have only been 2 finals throughout the past 13 seasons devoid of either LeBron or Steph. Their rivalry ranks among the most intense in contemporary NBA history based just on stats. Still, when we consider rivals, there is a certain orthodox. Rivals are usually understood by fans as head-to-head contests in which 2 players directly challenge one another. How can we gauge LeBron and Steph's rivalry if they neither guard each other nor play in one-on-one duels? Examining closely reveals that LeBron's main rivals are the Golden State Warriors taken as a group. This captures LeBron's considerable influence as a counterpoint not only to Curry, but also to Kevin Durant and the Warriors' whole NBA revolution. For better or worse, LeBron and the Warriors in history will bond in the 2016 NBA Finals. LeBron's triumph, the Cavaliers' legendary comeback from a 3-1 deficit, prevented what may have been considered as the Warriors' best season ever. Still, among the most memorable events in basketball history is that triumph. Still, it's evident that LeBron and Steph's impact on the game goes well beyond their head-to-head meetings, when one steps back from particular games or series. They live in many respects outside the conventional framework of NBA history. They have uniquely molded the league's present and future. Steph changed the game with his 3-point shooting, therefore altering the team's offensive strategy. LeBron, in the meantime, changed the definition of a great player by displaying an unheard-of agility and leadership on and off the court. Though different, these 2 players have changed basketball in ways that complement the growth of the game rather than outright contradict one another. LeBron nearly alone battled the Warriors 9 years ago in the 2015 Finals. Kevin Love was out with a shoulder ailment from the first round. Kyrie Irving broke his kneecap against Golden State in Game 1, and LeBron entered survival mode in what has since been labeled as a caveman ball. By far the most of any playoff series in his career since 2006, he attempted an incredible 196 field goals in just 6 games. His approach turned into one of raw force based on volume rather than quality. The Cavaliers lost despite their best efforts. LeBron thought back later and said, "I don't enjoy being as non-efficient as I was." That does not appeal to me. I find dribbling the ball for endless seconds on the shot clock with the squad staring at me to make a play unpleasant. Compare that to his performance in the last game of the 2023-24 season against the Pelicans. LeBron's first half alone saw 13 assists, a seamless exhibition of his improved court vision. Few could equal the degree of skill displayed by overhead passes to cutting colleagues, exact shovel passes to open shooters, and lobs to Anthony Davis, a monument to his ongoing capacity to surprise even in his 21st year in the league. It was the most assists he had ever recorded in a half. Though he's not always considered a conventional point guard, Steph Curry is generally agreed as one of the best point guards in basketball history. Like Chris Paul, the classic picture of a point guard makes one think of a floor general, someone who commands the court and guides plays with the ball in their hands. Conversely, Curry moves constantly, almost as if he's dancing about the court, guiding his colleagues through complex rhythms, much like a bee leads its hive. A motto that captures Curry's attitude to being a point guard is, "Make it work no matter what you have to work with," he once stated. Whether via a different shot, pass, or play, he adapts, gets inventive, and discovers other approaches to make his game successful. Steph moves in a different way without the ball in his hands, almost as if he's following some invisible guide, knowing where he and his colleagues should be at any given moment. Actually, Curry has spent years honing his reaction time and pattern recognition using colored light sensors that set various actions depending on what he observes. By helping him to close the distance between his body and his thoughts, this training increases his reaction speed and efficiency. Many other elite players, including Luka Doncic, have never perfected the ability to bounce tennis balls off a wall while preserving his basketball dribble, a drill that seems like something out of a circus performance. All of this helps him to improve his amazing marksmanship, which lets him release faster from greater distances. Back in 2016, Curry was transforming the game, and I wrote that the NBA had to pick up skills in defending shots that had never needed guarding. Steph's range and fast release compelled teams to modify their defensive plans, therefore distorting the game for the next generation of players. This period of NBA history belongs to him. His extraordinary skill set changed the way basketball related to space and time. That, though, does not diminish LeBron James, who lives in a domain all on his own. Referring to his anticipatory sixth sense for passing and setting up plays, LeBron famously said, "My game is really played above time." James showed that talent once more on Sunday, making a succession of breathtaking assists that astounded the viewers. Still, LeBron's comment emphasizes his position in basketball history. He creates history. He does not only play the game. After Michael Jordan's last goodbye in 2003, LeBron's career started as his reign was drawing to an end. Jordan's supremacy changed the way everyone, from players to supporters, saw legacy in basketball. Following in Jordan's footsteps, Kobe Bryant filled the hole left behind and solidified his own legacy through means of unwavering work ethic and game dedication. Kobe's impact was so strong that it evolved into a universal language, a benchmark for what it meant to be great. For all his extraordinary ability, LeBron never quite caught the same degree of public allegiance. Jordan asked his supporters to dream of being like him, while Kobe transformed diligence into a virtue. Steph, on the other side, let smaller players dream bigger than they had ever been able to. With his exceptional physical abilities and mentality like a supercomputer, aspiring to be like LeBron seems almost unachievable. Maybe this explains why LeBron never truly developed the same kind of emotional connection with his supporters as Jordan or Kobe did. Though LeBron was unquestionably brilliant, it always felt like something more far off, harder to relate to. A rivalry between LeBron and Kobe that never really formed could help to explain part of this gulf. Fans were left with the feeling of what could have been as they never got to see these two giants square off on the most magnificent platform of all. Following a game against Golden State where Curry scored 47 points and Kobe memorably made 2 free throws with a damaged Achilles tendon, his career started to fade in 2013. Curry's impact was just starting to grow as Kobe's supremacy was waning. By 2016, it was clear-cut. Curry's Warriors broke the record for most regular season victories on the same night of Kobe's farewell game, so ushering in a new NBA era. Not to discern some sense of fate in all events is difficult. It seems as though the basketball stars are in a cosmic dance. From half-court, fans chant Curry's name the way they used to for Kobe when he struck his famous fadeaways. Steph, LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan. 4 decades of influence on the game counts. Like planets in the basketball cosmos, each has individual gravitational attraction. Still, LeBron is unique. He is the distance between them, the force binding these periods together. LeBron's game is still developing at 39 years old. For someone who has played in the league for 2 decades, he shot better from beyond the arc, 41%, than Curry did, 40.8%. A stunning performance. Just the most recent illustration of LeBron's adaptability and success. It repeatedly shows that he is a player for the times. When considering their long-standing rivalry, Curry remarked following a game last year, "You have to reflect on all we have gone through since the 15 finals and enjoy the chance to have another chapter in that war." Although we never saw the expected rivalry between Kobe and LeBron, we have been treated to the greatest contest between LeBron and Steph. If fate permits, fans might soon find another chapter in that narrative. As LeBron James and Steph Curry continue to defy the odds, one thing is clear: their passion for the game burns as brightly as ever. But no one can play forever, and the countdown has already begun. If you enjoyed this breakdown of their careers and potential longevity, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with your predictions on how many more seasons we'll see from these two legends.